We're going to make sure that we are recording. I am going to share my screen. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is what are 4 things that we need to stop doing in order to get better results. Okay. The first thing that we absolutely need to start, I keep wanting to say start doing, that we need to stop doing is launching without the benchmarks. Okay. So inside the $7 program, you guys can see that I redesigned it to where it is a lot easier to maneuver, right? If you're looking for ad strategies, boom, here they are, right? You got your YouTube, Instagram, my stupid simple e-com. I know Keisha should have been going through that already. I'm also building out a brick and mortar ad strategy. I've already got the first lesson up there. We've got low ticket offers, discovery call accelerators. Well, one of the things that you're going to notice is whenever you opt into this, and if you have an e-com is low ticket, right? So you can use the low ticket calculator. But the first thing that we need before we launch ads is we need to do a simple exercise that is going to actually show you 5 numbers that you need to know before you launch, okay? Whether you're doing a discovery call accelerator, whether you're doing a low ticket offer, a slow funnel, or whether you're list building, launching a challenge, we need to make sure, guys, that you are going through each of the steps before moving forward. I know so many people who are launching ads and they don't even know the benchmarks that they need to be hitting. So before in the $7 program, I used to make you guys do this by hand, right? But like I said, now I've given you guys access to my own agency's calculators. Before I was only giving access to my premium students, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to accelerate some of the people in the $7 program. So let's just go to the low ticket offer. Okay. Now what I want you to do is while I am going through this, I want you guys to be going through this on your own. So you're going to want to log in. Remember, before we started, I said, I want you to log into 2 things. 1, the training portal, and 2, into your ads manager. So for those of you guys who have not done this exercise yet, grab this calculator right here. We're going to do it together. So I'm going to walk you guys through. So before you launch any type of campaign, whether it's a low ticket offer, whether it's a list building, there are specific numbers that we need to know before we even launch. Okay. So this is going to give you an understanding as to why some people are like, well, I've got a low ticket offer, or I've got this one e-com product, but they don't have anything on the back end to make running ads profitable. And here's something that we have to understand. Any item that we're selling on the front end, we want to break even on that. Like that's the goal, or pay a little bit more. Like how much are we willing to pay to acquire a customer? Like a lot of my agency clients who have book funnels, for example, right? We are not profitable when it comes to the book. Like if it's a $7 book, a lot of my clients are willing to pay hundreds of dollars to acquire a $7 book sale. Why are they okay with doing that? Is because they've got a coaching program on the back end of that book offer. And so a lot of times when people come to me and they're like, well, I have an item on Amazon, or I have a book that I want to sell. I'm like, well, are you selling anything on the back end? Well, no. Well, let's do a little exercise just to see, are you going to be profitable? What do we need to hit as far as the landing page view, right? And so the way that you're going to use this calculator is you are going to first, like, how much is the item that you're selling? So let's just do a $37 offer, right? A lot of people have $37 offers. And if you put in, okay, if we're paying $5 for a landing page view and 7%, right? We want 7% if you have a low ticket offer, and we'll go over the conversion numbers and all of that stuff. I just want to show you guys how this calculator works, but you could see if 7% of the people buy and we're paying $5 for a landing page view and we get 42 purchases, you could see we are upside down, right? We're putting $3,000 into ad spend and we're only making $1,400. But let's say if we can get the landing page views down to $2.50, boom, profitable already without changing any other thing, right? And so in this training today, we're going to go through all of the steps that we need to know how to fix things. I want you guys to be like, absolutely, like whenever you launch an ad, I want you to go into it knowing, okay, what are my benchmarks that I need to hit with this And if I am getting a high cost per landing page view, how to fix it. And that's where my program, like even the $7 program, comes in handy, because if you come to the 10 on T calls or you come to the live coaching calls, right? You can come to me, like I'm looking at Keisha right now. Keisha could say, Laurel, you know what? I am selling my product, but my cost per purchase is super high. And I know that because my cost is super high, it's because I need to lower the cost per click. I need to lower the cost per click and get more traffic. And what do I need to do in order to fix that? You're already going to come knowing, well, I need to test more ad angles. I need to test more audiences. You already come to the call knowing that. And so you're bringing ad copy for me to look at. You're bringing creatives for me to look at. And so that's how you can move forward in this program, is if you're coming to the calls already knowing and learning, and it's going to take practice, right? And that's one of the things that so many people don't practice. They put out 1 or 2 ads and then they're like, oh, Facebook ads don't work. Couldn't be furthest from the truth. And as we're going to go through this, you guys are going to see how I personally troubleshoot not only my agency clients, but the clients that are in my premium program as well. I'm trying to get everyone super clear on how ads work, the realistic look, right? Because a lot of times, how many times have you heard from a guru say like, yeah, sell a low ticket offer, you're going to make $10,000 a month, right? You're going to make $10,000 a month if and only if the numbers make sense and there's something on the back end that you can sell over and over again, right? For instance, like I'm willing to pay, you know, $300 for a $7 member because of my average value per member. And so these are all things that we need to know. Let me stop sharing for a minute and let this person in. That, you know, what our value per customer actually is. Like a lot of people don't think to figure that out. And the way that you figure out how much your value per customer is total revenue divided by customers, right? Because some customers are gonna buy more than others. And so like in my entire ascension model between my $7 program, my premium, and then my Lean on Laurel program, like all the average value per customer is $364 right now. So if I'm running ads for my $7 program, I know that I can go as high as like $200 to acquire a $7 customer, right? So it's all about going into this, knowing what our benchmarks are and being able to track that, okay? So I'm gonna undo all of this so that we can go over it. So the second thing that we need to stop doing is trying to copy what others are doing, quote, funnel hacking, right? I see this all the time, like gurus are like, swipe my this and use my funnels to do this. Let me ask you this, okay? If you had a weight loss product, right, that you're trying to sell, and Oprah has a weight loss product, the same weight loss product she's trying to sell, right? And you guys funnel hack Oprah. Do you think you guys are going to get the same results as Oprah? Do you think if I go and funnel hack Russell Brunson's funnel for, you know, running ads or whatever, do you think I'm going to get the same results? Absolutely not. And so we need to stop copying what other people are doing and looking at the testimonial walls. Like a lot of people are like, Laurel, you need to be getting more testimonials from people in your program. And I'm like, yeah, but this is my opinion only. I think that testimonials say more about the person giving the testimonial than the coach who's, you know, that the person is talking about, right? Because you're going to get students who are going to work harder. Maybe their business model is set up in a different way. Like I'll give you an example. So let's say I am getting testimonials for my agency. And let's say I take on Keisha as an ad client and I take on Russell Brunson as an ad client. Who do you think I can get better results for, right? And so I run ads for Russell Brunson and I run ads for Keisha, and Keisha's doing okay. She's breaking even. She's making an extra $2,000 a month. But if I put Russell Brunson's testimonial of how I helped him, you know, grow to $7 million, right? That's a little bit misleading. There's so many different things. And so that's why I'm always like, I try to look at what I'm teaching to people versus, hey, I showed Keisha how to do this and I showed Heather how to do this, because each one of us are different. And so that's why I always say, try not to copy what other people are doing, because what's going to make people buy from you is the same thing that makes you unique to everyone else. So another thing, huge thing, and I touched on this a little bit, and then we're going to get into troubleshooting, because this is something that you really have to understand, is we need to stop being obsessed with pushing the buttons. I'm going to say that one more time. We need to stop being obsessed with pushing buttons. Like whether it's like the objective campaign of conversion or video view, like we need to stop being so obsessed. Like I had a couple of questions this morning inside the Facebook group. Laurel, should I be running my ads, from the time of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? Should I be, only launching at 3 p.m. on like those things don't matter. Like I know that there are so many people who are telling you guys, you need to stack your look, all of this stuff. Like we need to stop getting so obsessed with the small tactical things that really don't move the needle forward. Okay. We need to start understanding how marketing actually works. And you guys are all in good hands because, and I know I don't look this old, but I've got 20 years of marketing underneath my belt. I have a master's in marketing. I have almost 2 decades of working in television under my belt. I have been marketing far before Facebook advertising came along. And so you guys are in good hands because we are going to show you guys how to market throughout the entire iOS update apocalypse. It is not as big of a deal as everyone's making it. If you guys learn how to market correctly, the only people who this iOS update is really going to truly affect are the people who are obsessed with pushing buttons and the people that are obsessed with all of these small tactical things. They're not looking at the full marketing picture, okay? So another thing that we need to stop doing is getting into thinking that our first dozen ads will be a hit. My girl Heather right there can tell you guys this because I preach this in premium over and over again. The realistic thing is the first 10 ads that you're going to launch are probably going to fail. Maybe one might do well. And so what we need to get good at is creating better ad angles that we can test. Like a lot of times people will be putting ads together and they're like, I got my 3 ads. I'm like, don't fall in love with those ads because we're going to be probably creating a lot more. That's just how it is. Like so many people, and these two at the end kind of go together. We don't want to be part-time ad placers that turn their ad account on and off. We want to be consistent. We want to be committed. Okay. We don't want to be part-time marketers. Like this is something that is going to help us build our businesses that's going to sustain over time. Like that was one of the things that, like, when I first came on the scene, I leveraged Facebook Live because I knew the importance of actually building up an audience. And I knew that, and someone actually said this the other day in one of my mentors' comments, and I really liked this. He said, looking at the return on ad spend in the ads managers is ruining marketing for so many people. They're turning off ads that are actually working. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with this one thought, and then we're gonna get into the troubleshooting part of this training. And let me ask you guys this. Let's say that you saw an ad for my $7 program and you didn't buy, right? And then you saw an ad, I'm looking at Heather right now, and let's say the first ad, you saw a reminder video of me saying, hey, I saw you checking out my $7 program. How about you take a look behind the scenes? And I give them a tour behind the scenes, right? And that person goes, oh, okay. Then the next ad they see is a testimonial from Heather talking about how she's able to run her own ads and she's able to save the ad spend from not having to hire an agency. They still don't buy. But let's say they see a testimonial from Keisha in my $7 program and they buy on that one. Did that mean that the first 3 ads didn't work? No, of course not. But we're trained by these gurus to look at the return on investment in our ad spend, but retargeting ads are breadcrumbs, right? Top of funnel ads are breadcrumbs. If we're not placing top of funnel ads, we're not going to get people into our funnel, right? A lot of times top of funnel is just that front end offer, right? It's not the end all be all that all of these people, like I know people who are teaching people how to saying that retargeting ads, that they shouldn't be worried about those. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like those are my most profitable ads. And so we need to look at ads as a whole. We need to stop thinking small and we need to look at it as something that's part of a larger marketing plan, okay? So now we are gonna get into the fun of it, okay? So I'm gonna teach you guys how to troubleshoot. And this is where we are going to get out our ads manager, okay? So if you guys want help with the ads, you're gonna have to do the work because remember at the beginning of this, I said you're gonna have to know because If you have a question about your ads at the end of this, I'm going to ask you, what are the 5 numbers that we need to hit? Where are those 5 numbers at right now? And what are your metrics? Okay, I'm going to push you guys a little bit, and I promise you it's gonna be worth it, because next time you're going to be like, heck yeah, I know how to audit my own ads, and now I'm taking this to Laurel because I know she could help me fix my ad copy that's going to actually make this ad convert. Okay, because this stuff right here that I'm teaching you guys is the things that people get hung up on, but they're the things that matter so little compared to what I really need to help you guys get clarity on. Okay, so the way that we do this, and I'm going to go over video view campaigns and conversion campaigns. Okay, so we troubleshoot from the start of the funnel, and we're going to work our way in. Okay, so if you think, like, what is the very first touch point? Doesn't matter which strategy you're following, whether you have a low ticket, whether you're doing a video view, whether you're doing whatever, what is the very first thing that has a dependency on how many people are actually going to see your offer? What's the very first thing that people do? They have to stop the scroll, right? So we're going to start with, are we getting enough people to stop the scroll? Into what's the second step that we need to get them to do? Read our ad copy, right? Third step, we need to get them to click from the ad over to our landing page, right? That's 4 different steps where people are like, Laurel, my ads aren't working. A lot of time people's ads are working. It's actually the landing page that's not working. And so this training right here that we're about to do is actually going to help you identify what's actually wrong throughout your entire funnel sequence. Okay, so let's get our ad managers open and out. If you want me to help you guys, remember, we're going to need to know. So if you want me to help you guys at the end of this training in the Q&A, you're going to need to give me these 5 numbers right here. And then you're also going to give me these numbers right here, and we're going to help you fix your ads. Okay, so just make sure, if you want me to help you at the end, that you're doing these exercises as we're doing it. So before we begin, we are going to grab our benchmarks, and then everyone open their ads manager and go to this page. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our ads manager, and we're going to open up the page. Now, where it says columns and performance, we're going to want to toggle this to performance and clicks, because this is where the information that we need to see is going to be. Okay, so when we were just talking about, like, what is the very first thing that people, like, what is their first engagement with our ad, is getting people to stop the scroll. Okay, so there are 2 numbers that you guys need to absolutely keep your eyes on at all times, especially if you're not getting enough clicks or if your cost per click is really high. So again, if you go and toggle right here in performance and then toggle down to performance and clicks, you're going to see that there's going to be some numbers here. Okay, CTR all, we want that number to be 3%. Meaning we want 3% of the people who see our ads to stop the scroll. Okay, that's the very first thing, right? If we don't have 3% CTR all, that means either our audience is off or our creative's just not getting enough people's attention. Most of the time our audience isn't off. Most of the time it's because our creatives fail to get people's attention. And this is where a lot of people get really hung up, because they're like, well, I want my ad images to have my brand colors and all of that. Have you guys ever seen my ads? How many of you guys see my ads in your newsfeed? Aren't they like the most gaudy ass looking shit like you've ever seen? Like wild colors and just like things that just like pop, right? I've got like these ugly lime green video boxes and all of that stuff. But why do I do that? Is because they stand out. Like if you go to my Facebook business page and you click on page transparency, you could see every single ad that I'm running. And you're going to notice that if you like scroll really fast, doesn't matter how fast you scroll, my gaudy ads are going to get your attention. Okay, so don't get caught up on, I got to use my brand colors, I got to do this. Like we need images that get people's attention. That's the very first battle that we need. If we're not getting 3% of people to stop the scroll, none of the other metrics are going to matter at all. Total transparency. Like if we can't get enough people to stop the scroll, no one's going to be reading our ad copy, so that doesn't matter, right? If we don't have enough people stopping the scroll, then no one's reading our ad copy, and certainly no one's reading our landing page copy. So that's the first number that we're looking at. Second, so let's say we do have, so again, open up your ads manager, go to performance and clicks. We're going to be doing this together. Is your CTR all more than 3% on all of your ads? Okay. The second number we're going to be looking at is the CTR link click through. This is the percentage of people who read our ad copy and click to the next step. We want that to be 1% or more. Okay. So these are some numbers that I just pulled from my ad account right here. And this is for some of my new ads that I placed this past week in for my $7 offer. And you can see 5%, 8%, 5.66%. I'm getting, and here's the thing, I don't stop at 3%. Like, and Heather knows this. I test every single week, 5 to 6 new ad angles. Some of my ads have a 16% CTR. And so I'm always trying to beat my previous ads. Why am I trying to beat my previous ads if they're working? If I can get more people to stop the scroll, I get more people to click on my ad, I get more people to see my sales page, and I get more people to buy my program, and therefore my cost per acquisition goes down, right? You guys are starting to see how this is all gonna, like, we're gonna, like, why troubleshooting from the stopping the scroll is a much better strategy than trying to, like, start with the landing page. A lot of times what we actually do in order to even test an offer, right? Like, let's say you have a great product, but you're not sure the offer that goes with it, right? A lot of people confuse offer with product name. There are so many different ways that I can say my offer for my $7 program, right? I can do the offer of, I'll teach you how to do your first YouTube ad. I'll help you with Facebook ads for $7. I'll help you with, you know, getting more people to watch your live videos. There's so many different offers. The offer that converts the best is I'll help you with Facebook ads for just $7 a month. So that's my offer, right? But a lot of times when we're trying to figure that out, your sales page could not even be done. You could just have like a landing page that has your offer on it, and we could actually test 5 different offers, test 5 different landing pages with 5 different offers on it, run ads using this exact same method. We could see which offer do people want the most, and then build our sales page based off of that, right? So there's so much data that we can get off of just doing this simple exercise here. So here's the CTR all, right? So look inside your ads manager. Is your CTR all on your ad, right? This is one ad right here. One ad's got 5.87, one ad's got 8.10, one ad's got 5.66%. So I'm doing fine with getting people to stop the scroll. My click-through rate is 1.5. That's fine, but here's the thing, right? If I can improve this, my cost per click, you see how like my higher ones, the 2.14, I'm paying $1.58 a click. I'm paying 1.221, $1.33. It's going to be lower. That's how we work our way to getting lower cost per clicks. Okay. So that's the first thing. Like, there's probably so many of you guys right now that are like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea that this is how we troubleshoot our ads. Because right now, a lot of you guys are like, shit, I'm not getting enough people to stop the scroll right now. That's pretty much the first battle that we have to do whenever it comes to auditing our ads. So the conversion rates that we want to look for. So if you have a landing page to a free offer, we're looking for 20%, but we want to optimize that up. Okay. But in the first stages of testing, so if you are running ads to a webinar or a challenge or a free ebook, we want 20% of the people who see your landing page to opt in, to give you their name and email. If you have a sales page with an offer less than $97, we're looking for 7% of those people to buy. Like, right, that's how I'm measuring my benchmark, right? Because typically, if you have a low ticket offer, meaning $97 or less, we want to get 7 to 10% of people to buy. Okay, so that's what we're working our way towards. So if your ads look like this, right? You got 8.10, 8.10% CTR all, and you're looking at the link click-through rate at 2.14, and I'm not getting a 7% sales rate, I need to start working on my sales page, right? Because I'm getting enough people to stop the scroll. I'm getting enough people to click from the ad to the sales page. Something on that sales page is preventing people from buying. or something on that landing page is getting people, is preventing people from opting in. And one of the most common things, if you have a low ticket offer, one of the most common things is people think your paid offer's free. I don't know how many times that we've tested this, because a lot of people ask me, should I put the price on the ad if I have a low ticket offer? I always say yes, because it's going to prevent people from clicking to your sales page if they don't know that that offer is not free, right? I had one of my students, he was getting 12% of people that were coming in from his ad, right? His CTR link click-through was 12%. Huge percentage of people were clicking from the ad over to his sales page. He was getting 0 sales. It was because his offer read like it was a free offer. And so he couldn't understand why people weren't buying. He thought it was his sales page. I was like, it's not your sales page that's not converting. It's your ad that's persuading people that this might be a free offer. So we went and fixed his ad to where it was get such and such for only $27 a month, right? Because we don't want to market people unless they're raising their hand saying, yes, I want this for $7 a month, or yes, I want this for $10, right? A lot of people say, no, just get the click. I'm all about getting people to raise their hand saying, I'm willing to pay this for this price. That way my retargeting is much more effective, right? If we get people to raise their hand right off the bat. So another thing that I have given you guys, and we'll go through this, and since I did the low ticket sales, so if you go inside the program, under all of the strategies, you are going to see the guide to KPI tracking and how to optimize your campaign. And there's also going to be these troubleshooting cheat sheets. Okay, I make things really, really easy for you guys. So since we did the low ticket offer, I'll do a lead magnet. Okay, so you guys have access to this, okay, in the portal. So check this out. If this, then that, and what's the first thing that I have? Know your benchmarks, right? So your lead magnet campaigns, okay? If you're getting 0 leads, the first check that you need to do, number 1, are you running a conversion campaign? If yes, make sure you're optimizing for leads. Check number 2, do you have more than 2,000 impressions? If no, keep the ads running. It's not done optimizing, okay? So make sure that you guys are grabbing these. I've got it for low ticket offers. I got them for the lead magnets. I've got them for the discovery call accelerators. I literally have this, if this, then that, just outlined for you guys. I don't think that a lot of people are actually going through the back office and seeing all of the resources that I have for you guys. This is a question I get asked a lot inside the 7 group. I have it right here in there. How do you scale? Do you duplicate your campaign and only add 1? I put that in there for you guys. So what we are going to do, we're about to wrap up here, but I didn't want to leave you guys, and I'm going to open it up to Q&A. Now, remember, if you want me to audit your ad, have to be doing the exercise. So I'm going to quiz you. If you want me to look at your ad, or if we want to do that, make sure that you have gone through your benchmarks and your troubleshooting, right? We're going to have a little bit of time. And I'm gonna leave enough room for everyone to get their question answered, but you have to do the work. Video view campaigns. If you're looking at video view campaigns, and when I say video view campaigns, I'm not talking about video ads. I'm talking about if you're running video view campaigns top of funnel, and you are specifically running them to get brand awareness or for people to watch videos, right? You don't have a call to action. You don't have any buttons on it. You're looking for KPI number 1. You want 15 cents per through play. And then KPI number 2, after 2,000 impressions, okay? So if you're not getting 15 cents per through play in the first day or 2, your audience is off or your content isn't resonating with your audience, okay? KPI number 2, after 2,000 impressions, we want $1 per 100% video view. So if we look right here at one of my video campaigns, you can see there's a couple of them that aren't hitting the KPI, right? That I'm gonna have to turn off here pretty soon. This one has gotten 144 plays at 100%, and we spent $275, right? This one, we've gotten 3,326 100% video views, and we've only spent 2,000. That's awesome, right? I'm getting way beyond my KPI, right? This one, I've gotten 1,911 people to watch 100% of my video, and I've only paid $369, right? This one, let's see, there's, is there another one? Yeah, I think that's the only one that's not hitting the KPI is the first one. I'm only getting 144 and I've spent 275. So that's the KPI. So, and for warm audiences, we want to pay like even less than that, but I'm willing to pay whatever for warm audiences because they're my warm audience. So that's how you troubleshoot video ads. If you're not getting $1 per 100% video view, and you've already spent $2,000, then your audience or your content's just not resonating. So we need to do some more, right? We need to be doing more ad angles. And if you go into like this, if this, then that cheat sheet, it's going to tell you, hey, we need to create more ad angles. You're not creating enough ad angles. Like we can't just create 1 or 2 ads and then that's it. Like every single week, I am creating 5 to 6 new ad angles that I'm testing, because what we want to do is, because your ads are going to peter out, especially if you have a low ticket offer. I don't care what people say, like you want to keep testing new audiences and new ads, because used to, like even 6 months ago, we could run ads, the same ad for 6 months, 8 months with a low ticket offer and it'll still convert. Now my $7, there's one of my $7 ads that's kind of like a unicorn. It's been running for like 2 years now. It's got over like 1,000 comments on it. Probably a lot of you guys actually probably bought off that ad. It's a unicorn. But here's what I do is I turn it off and I refresh it every single month. I'm just creating a new campaign, using the same ad, keeping all that social proof, and launching it again. But what we did today is one of the things that we need to do in order to know exactly what's wrong with our ads. Okay, I'm not looking at the chat, guys, so it's just too hard to look at chat and read. So I'm just gonna like open the floor. Does anyone have any questions about what we did today? I know Reverend Carla has been having her hand up for a little bit, so I'm gonna start with Reverend.
Hi, morning, Laurel. Morning, everyone. So I have 2 questions for you. The cheat sheet you just showed, one of the first points said, find out if you're doing a conversion ad, and if so, optimize for leads. I don't understand what that means. When you say that, what does that mean? That's my first question. The second thing is, how can I see my ad in real time? Like, where do I go inside to see it running like as my audience sees it?
Yeah, so your first question, I'm going to send you to, what are you trying to do? Is it, right. What is your offer?
It's actually just a sign-up page for an event I'm keeping. So I ran some.
Is it a paid event or is it a free event?
It's free.
Okay, so go to so if you go here, if we go to this and you go to the list building lead generation, it's going to have it explains all of that step by step, that for the answer to your first question.
Okay. So in there, I would see when you say the word optimize for leads. So I'm doing a conversion ad, but you're saying optimize for leads. It will show me what that sentence means, because I keep saying optimize. I'm like, what do you mean optimize it? Okay, thanks.
You want to tell Facebook that you want to get leads. That's the event.
Instead of conversions.
No, convert lead is a convert. Go through the training. Like it'll explain.
I thought I did to post to do that ad, but obviously I don't get it. But okay, thank you. And then how do I see it?
There's different conversion events, right? So, and that's why I always tell you guys, like, go through my training, go through it multiple times. Like it's like I walk you guys through everything. Different conversion campaigns, right? Because you can optimize for purchases, you could optimize for leads, you could optimize for submit applications. There are all these conversion events that you can optimize for. So that's why if you're placing a lead ad and you want people to come to a free thing or a free thing, you want to optimize for Facebook to tell Facebook this person became a lead.
Okay, got you. I think I understand now. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And then how do I see it?
And what was your second question?
How do I see my ad running?
So you're just going to go into the ads manager and then check the little box and just hit preview.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let's see. I see Kimberly has got her hand up too.
Hello, I'm coming. Hello.
It's really nice to see you.
You too. Thank you so much for this. Okay, so my challenges is that I'm getting the numbers that you suggested. And I've tried a lot of creative. The only question one of the Facebook representatives told me to start running traffic campaigns first.
Don't listen to them.
Okay, so all of my stuff is based on traffic campaigns. So I don't know if it is, I still should, ask you questions or start with that. But I went through that, running all these different traffic campaigns, got the numbers you suggested.
What are you trying to do? What is your goal?
My goal is, I changed it because at first I was trying to go before when I first got the courses to get them to opt into a workshop that was $347.
Yep.
But then I realized I had to nurture that.
I want to use conversions.
Right. So they were saying don't do that, but I tried to do that. So after that, I just went into the other parts of my client's puzzle. Then they had a $17 workbook. So I changed the sales page to reflect that and the ads to reflect that. Still got good click-through rates, but no one bought. So I did that for over 1,000, 1,500 clicks to the page and all of that. So that still didn't work. So then I said, okay, I'm gonna go to her free offer thing.
So let's back. So what's your question? Let's get to the question.
My question is, I don't know why none of it's converting. All of the numbers that you mentioned worked, and I've used traffic campaign for all of them.
So the first fix is change it to a conversion campaign, because you're not optimizing for buyers. That rep told you to optimize just to get a whole bunch of clicks. That's not gonna work top of funnel. We always, whenever we're trying to get people to buy something, we want to optimize for what we want Facebook to do. Facebook's just delivering you a whole bunch of traffic. It's not delivering you buyers. So that's the first way to fix your ad.
Okay, she said it wasn't warm to do that. That was, I don't know why. Okay, so, okay.
Here, keep your Facebook reps close to you for just in case you lose your ad account, but don't take their advice with a grain of salt. Like, okay. I have to literally just agree with mine like all the time.
Okay, okay. Well, then there's no need to show you what I have until I do that.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yep. Dina.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, awesome. So you were saying that you had this ad running for years and you would shut it off and then refresh it. But if you change the picture, you lose your comments. So what do you mean by refresh?
I just take that same ad and create a new campaign with it, a fresh campaign.
So it still keeps your comments though?
Yeah, because I'm using the same ad ID.
Okay. So to do that, you would just duplicate it and then it would keep all the comments?
Yeah, so check it out. So here, I'll show you real quick. I'll guys show you what's happening in my ad account. You guys want to see my ad account?
Yeah. I just started, so I'm still going through the training and I'm running some ads, but I know I'm supposed to be doing video ads and I'm getting hung up on needing to create the videos first. So I don't know, I'm just muddling along, but getting through it. Thank you.
So total transparency, guys. See, I teach everything that I'm teaching you guys is here. Look at this. This is for $7 purchases. And remember, I've got a $17 upsell that 64% of people take. Super profitable, right? This one, actually, my buddy Vince Reed, how many of you guys know Vince Reed? He's another internet marketer. He helped me set this up just to kind of test cold traffic against what I was doing. Mine down here was getting $7.85, and he was just like, just stack whatever. But look, my warm campaigns are doing really, really well. And look, tier 1, you know, the audience builder campaign that I show you guys how to do right here, right? These are my retargeting for my 90-day program. I just started that yesterday, got 6 purchases already. So whenever I'm talking about refreshing, I haven't refreshed it in a while. And guys, look, I'm not spending like a lot of money, like lifetime 22,000. Let's see, in the last 30 days, I'm not spending too terrible a lot of money, $2,600, right? I'm not spending tens of thousands of dollars, right? Super profitable, right? This one is $10.93, but remember, $7 is recurring, plus I've got, stuff on the back end. And so when I'm saying that I'm refreshing, so what I'll do is I'll just go in here. Let's see. So you guys have seen this one, right? This ad, it's starting to get some traction. So what you need to do, so this is how you preview your ad, like Reverend was asking this too. So if you go to ad preview and Facebook post with comments, you grab this right here. This is your ad ID number. You copy this and it'll ensure that this ad gets spread out across multiple ad sets. So whenever you say use existing post when you're creating a new ad, you're just gonna use this number and it's gonna use this exact same ad. So that's how I get all of the comments across like multiple audiences, and all of the comments just carry over because I'm using the same ad.
Laurel, did you start with a post or did you create the whole ad in Ads Manager?
I created this ad in Ads Manager. Now there are some of them that were like, let's see if I do.
So what are the steps if you were refreshing? I'm not sure, like, where do you put that number in?
So, cause like these right here, like this one was a post and that I just turned into an ad.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I wanted to refresh, right? So let's see, I'll go grab this number right here.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. So if I'm going, what I mean by refresh is I will create a new conversion campaign. And then where I'm doing the ad, make sure my use existing post.
Okay.
And then boom, it's going to use the same ad that has all
the comments. Okay.
Wow.
And then, so you turn it off after, how do you know when to turn it off?
What do you mean?
Because you said you've been running this for years, but in order to keep it from getting stale, you shut it off and refresh. So how do you know when to shut it off?
When it stops performing.
Okay. When it gets
when
under.
I start to see it going in the opposite direction, I'll stop it. But remember, y'all saw how many ads I'm running. I'm running a ton of ads, right?
Right.
That's because every single week, 5 to 6 new ad angles. Now, I'll teach you guys a little hack. Every time I go live, I'm doing it with the knowledge that I'm going to use that as an ad.
Okay.
So instead of shooting new ad angles, I'm using my lives and I'm pre-batching them. So when I go live, I'm not actually live. I pre-record my lives. Make sure I have a strong call to action for my $7 program. I go live on my profile and my business page using onestream.live. And then I take repurpose.io and then I restream them across multiple platforms like Instagram and all of that. And then I pull the banner with the little captions on it. And then I use it as an ad. So I'm not recreating the wheel. Anytime that I'm doing one piece of content, I'm doing it with the understanding that I'm gonna turn it into an IGTV video. I'm gonna take snippets and turn them into bite-sized LinkedIn and Instagram newsfeed stuff. I'm gonna put it on my podcast. I'm gonna put it on LinkedIn. I'm gonna do all of these different things with it.
How long are your lives usually?
About 3 to 5, no, it depends, 3 to 5 minutes. I try to keep them. Sometimes they go a little long.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Elise, and then I'm coming to Alma, Leanne, and I see Keisha's got her hand up too.
So I hope you can hear me. Okay, good. I'm actually on my computer and I'm on my phone because I'm trying to do this stuff at the same time. But I'm working on my power content, and so I'm doing all video views right now. And I was wondering on 2 KPIs, do you only worry about the 15-cent through play before 2000 and the $1 after 2000? Or once you hit 2000 impressions, do you look at both?
So after I hit 2000 impressions, I'm really looking at that $1 per 100% video view. Because I don't judge it before 2000 impressions because Facebook is still looking for audiences to show my video to. So we're probably not going to hit that $1 per 100% video view until we hit 2000 impressions. So that's why I try not to judge, but we can judge it early on. If we're not getting that 15 cents per through play early on, that's like the first where we're like, okay, you know what? I need to start testing other ones.
And then I was wondering, if it's not hitting the 15-cent through play before 2000, how soon do you turn it off? Or do you let it run until you hit 2000 anyways?
A lot of times I'll let it run, but if I'm getting like 20, 25 cents per through play, I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm either have the, but remember, whenever I'm launching, I'm testing 5 audiences to that one video. So if there's one audience that's not, I'm like, okay, this audience isn't working, because if it's working for other audiences, it's not the content, right? So that's why I like to launch the first video to 5 audiences. That way I'm testing 2 things. I'm testing the content and I'm testing the 5 audiences.
Okay. And then almost like 25% reviews are not getting anything, but I just let them run and audience, right?
Say that one more time. You're breaking up really badly.
Sorry. The 25% where you're going from one power content to the next, you do a 25% video view. None of those are actually sending because I don't have a large enough audience, but I just let those stay and then eventually they should start running.
Yeah, because you need to have at least 1,000 people in an audience for your retargeting ads to run.
Okay. I did have one other question. So I'm doing this just to kind of get audience to recognize me. That's the whole point of the power content. What I'm trying to send them to is a website build, and that's a $397 website build. And I was wondering if you could give me any advice on what I should look at next as far as what ad I should build for that.
So I would do some type of mini training that's going to give people clarity on what your service is going to do for them, and then run all your warm traffic, have them opt in so that you can get their name and email. And like for instance, like for my premium program, I typically like give people like some type of training. Like last time to enroll people, I did a mini training on my discovery call strategy. And I showed people, here's what that looks like, and here's what you need to have in place. And then I used it to enroll people not only into premium, but I used it to roll people into my one-on-one Lean on Laurel program too. So what we need to do is we need to figure out what is that clarity piece that needs to give people clarity on what they're going to get if they give us money.
And how do I run that though? Am I doing that as a reach campaign?
So it depends. You could run it as a reach campaign, or you could or if you have enough traffic, like if you're running a video view campaign, I will do a conversion campaign if I have more than 3,000 people in that custom audience, right? Because we'll tell Facebook if they've never been optimized as buyers, I will make Facebook optimize them as buyers to segment some of my audiences. But you can do a reach campaign if your audience is smaller than that.
I probably have a large enough audience to do that. Okay, so if it's large enough, do conversion. If not, then do it as a reach. And is there a specific training in the portal that you would recommend I look at?
Yeah, so there's retargeting training in there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laurel.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, check out the ATM strategy. Let's see. Who did I say? Alma.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So I do have, so the plan I'm brand new. I haven't finished even the whole course, but I've been through a lot of it. So what I have is a free 20-minute discovery call. The plan is to sell a 2-hour consultation from there.
Okay.
So far, I haven't charged for the 2-hour consultation because it's leading to a project. I would like to charge for that consultation. I haven't run any ads. And so my questions are, what kind of campaign I will run, a lead, a reach, or what? And do I expect to break? So what will be the profit expectation? Break even, make it a loser? That's.
Have you done the discovery call training
I
yet?
just found it this morning, so I did started it, but I haven't finished it.
Going to answer all of that in detail.
Okay, perfect. So that was, I guess, my other question, where in the course I could go to get more of that. Will this explain to me also, you know, that first part of running ads for a first time? Or is that what I already?
What do you mean when ads running
Well,
ads?
I
for
know
the first
you have a part where you mentioned that if you've never run ads, you have to run like $1,000 test sort of thing.
Well, it just depends. Are you testing, or because there's different ads. Like if you've never ran ads before, I recommend that you run a couple of video ads first.
Okay.
To season your account. I always recommend running. It'll keep your account safe too, and never turn them off. Like just set some power content ads at $1 a day and just keep them on.
Okay, sounds good. And the content for that will be related to my discovery call, correct?
So if you watch the Discovery Call Accelerator, you'll see what I recommend as far as your funnel flow.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
I'll show you how my agency, because that's what my agency does for my clients. And if you go into the ad strategies, there's Discovery Call Accelerator. I'm at my whiteboard and I walk you through how to set up your funnel and everything.
Yes, I did start seeing that. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let's see. I see Stella and then Keisha.
Hi, thanks for having me here. This is my first time on. I'm a new business owner with my daughter, and long story short, I created some ads and I'll get sales here or there. And I want to look at, I did your what do you call that? Your numbers. I'm not sure if I did it right. I can share my screen.
Absolutely, let's share your screen. I'd love to take a look at them.
1 second. I'm new to this video thing. Share screen, share screen. Okay. Do you see my screen now? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So do I do Windows? I don't know. It says share screen, entire screen, and I hit share. Do you see anything now? I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh shoot. Oh, okay. So what now?
Yep, I think it's gonna work now.
Okay, so you see, okay, so I tried to do your conversion. I'm a new company. I used to be as real as possible, so I just put in 500, as you can tell right here. I'm a boutique owner, and then I said average $27, but it's probably more than that. Most of my stuff is like probably 35 or more. And I said I was willing to spend $2, 7% conversion. I need 148 48 purchases in order to make $3,000 a month. But I don't know where these numbers come in. So the ad spend is 500. My goal for the 30-day income, I was thinking maybe 3,000, 4,000. So I don't know where this sale. I don't know if I have these numbers right. This number right here, the LPV.
So you need 250 landing page visitors.
Okay, where'd you get the 250? Just give me the, it says over here. Okay, 250.
You see where it says results breakdown?
Yes, 250. Okay, so weekly I need 59. This is for the month, right? Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, right? Okay, so here's my admin. I'll show you that. I have it up. Tell me when you see it. It's coming up now. Of course, I'll do this right now, right? Okay, here it comes. Okay, so I just do what you said with the performance, and the performance that I had. Oh, I have to put it back up. This is the ad that I did with this ad here. Is the one that I did with the landing page view, and I only have one view, and it seemed like it's pretty low compared to. Since you said that the CTR should be a certain number. So here it is right here. It seems too low. So should I turn that one off? This is the one I did.
You don't have, you haven't ran enough traffic either.
Okay, so should I wait?
So-
I have it at 2.
inside the program, go look at the if this then that sheet, and it looks like you're not you're optimizing for landing page views and not the conversion. So we need to make sure that we're setting up our campaigns correctly as well.
Okay, so I should be doing conversion and landing page view?
Go through the training, because you don't have your campaign set up correctly. What are you what are you trying to do? Get people to opt into something or buy something?
I'm trying to sell items, my boutique. This
So
is the boutique.
you need to follow the low ticket offer strategy.
Low ticket offer strategy.
And set it up exactly like that. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
All right,
let's see.
I'll do that. And I'm
Okay.
probably gonna end up doing a one-on-one, to be honest.
You're breaking up really, really bad. So I don't want to waste any time. So
I know.
let me go to the next person. Because Keisha has had her hand up for a while as well.
Hello. Thank you for taking my question. I'm going to share my screen. I'm noticing that one of my videos, I'm doing the e-com strategy. I had a couple purchases, but look how, can you see my screen? Okay, you see how high the cost per purchase is?
Yep.
49 and then 180, 144.
According to today's training, what do you need to do?
I actually, when I looked at the numbers, the CTR all, for some reason is stuck all of a sudden. But, oh, here we go. When I look at the CTR all so I have 4.15, 2.51. That's pretty low. 3.23. That's good. These are all over the link click-through rate. Those are all over 1, except I noticed for this. And this is the very first video. So it seems like the very first video that I did in the 3 video group, it's giving me the least performance. So I was hoping you can take a look at the actual ad and kind of tell me what suggestions I can do. So I have my video here, and this is the ad copy. Because it seems like video 2 and 3 are doing well as far as meeting the numbers. So it's this video right here that is not performing well. Although I did get a purchase on this one.
I would just say like keep it running, because remember, like how much have you spent so far?
Total is about 500.
And you've only had one purchase on this?
Total ad sets, I have 3. I have 9 ad sets total. I had 3 purchases.
Just this. How much have you spent
on this one? Let me see. I think 1. Yeah, I think it was 1. Yeah. 1. This one right here.
Yep. I just need to test more audiences and ad angles. Ecom's really tough. And that's why I'm always telling people, like, we need to nail down. You just need to nail down the ad messaging and the ad angle and the audience. Once you have that, then you can pick out variations on that same ad that's winning. Just haven't found a winning combination yet. You've got one that you're getting purchases. I would say work on different variations of that one that's getting the $49 purchases. And just create different variations on that same ad angle and just see if we can get more people to click, right? Because you're getting purchases. If you get more people to stop the scroll and more people you might be able to lower that acquisition cost. What's your price?
So duplicate it and then change the angle, right? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So I'm about to wrap up here, but I know Leanne and let's see, Janice, and I think that's all the hands up that I have right now. So only got a couple minutes left. So let's go to Leanne. I see Sally, you just put your hand up. I'll fit you in. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. So let's identify what's wrong and how can we help you move forward. I'll start with Leanne.
Thanks, Laurel. I just have one question. What do you recommend to spend for budget if you're running 5 or 6 ads at a time on each?
It's in the training, $10 per ad set.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. You're very welcome, guys. Like I cannot express this enough. Like everything that you guys need to know to set up, even over the shoulder of me doing everything, budget, how to optimize, everything's in the training. Everything is in the training. Let's see, who, Janice?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Am I saying your name correct, Janice?
Janice.
Janice, okay.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to know if we can have a copy of what you presented today, like on a PDF or something, so that I can go over it.
Say that one more time.
If you have a copy of your presentation today, PDF form.
Yeah, I can throw that in. I'll throw in the cheat sheet that I was using for today.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sally.
Hey, thank you. So I just wanted to ask, so I've been doing webinar funnels for a year now and it's been going okay, but I was looking at something more evergreen. So I just wanted to ask, is your Discovery Call Accelerator training, is it similar to Joel Orway's mini webinar funnel thing? Because that's what I'm about to implement. I just wanted to know that.
Absolutely. I run I work with Joel's team a lot on,
oh, really?
on my ad clients. Yeah. Me and Matt, his ads person, and I work a lot together. So yeah, you're in good hands.
So one thing I want to know, what's the minimum or the maximum of cost per lead that you would recommend for a mini webinar?
For a mini webinar, it's gonna vary by niche, right? Because like if it's B2C, your lead costs are gonna be much lower.
Yeah,
if you're B2B, you're gonna probably pay $15 to $25 per lead.
And how much would you recommend to test? Because I know Gerald says, $100 per offer, per power offer. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Typically what I tell people is spend as much money as you can to get 500 leads. Because if you get 500 leads into like using your power offer into your mini webinar, if you have 500 people getting into your funnel, you're going to have a really good idea of which emails aren't working, which, is your mini webinar working, and that's why I always tell people, don't change anything until you have 500 leads. Like if you're running a challenge, if you're running like any kind of free lead magnet, always don't stop anything. Spend as much money as you can to get 500 leads. That way you could actually do a true test of the funnel.
Awesome. Just one last question. For those leads that don't convert for the high ticket, and that's just me thinking of a strategy. I was thinking of then presenting them with the mini workshop with the Justin's as a way of converting, since they didn't convert to the high ticket. Is that something that you've seen work in the past?
In your case, if you're trying to sell high ticket, mini webinars convert so freaking well.
Okay.
Like all of my clients are within 6 figures a month using them.
I got it. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Because if you're gonna do a mini like workshop and charge for it, remember we have to break even. Like it's harder to break even on that ad spend than it is, because think about it. Would you rather put your efforts into getting people onto a call than trying to, and Heather could attest to this because Heather has a low ticket offer. It's hard to get those low ticket ads to convert. Versus if you're getting people into the lead and onto the phone call, you have a fast path to cash.
No, I was not. So I was thinking of trying to convert to a mini workshop for the people that came in and saw the offer, but said no to the offer, but they already leads, already paid for them, right?
Oh,
so my idea was to like
into a mini workshop. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. think I got everyone who raised their hand. Leanne, you're all set? Did you find where to find it? Oh, the training. Did you see where to find it? For the lead costs and stuff? Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I was, sorry, I just, you know, my whole situation.
I know, it's hard. I know, it's affiliate
Sorry,
marketing is so hard.
Laura, can we get this recording? Can we
Yep,
get this?
you guys are gonna get this recording. I'm also gonna throw in that cheat sheet that I'll upload it below. I'm gonna put this as training inside the course. Did you guys find this helpful? Like just going through the troubleshooting steps and stuff? Because I'm thinking of doing this once a month with you guys, like, because it's gonna take some practice.
Yep.
Practice.
Amazing. Great job.
I don't even wake up at 9 o'clock.
I know, this is great. This
Right.
is
I
amazing.
actually just rolled out of bed and threw on these pearls.
Yes, let's do more of these. Yes.
Okay. Because I'm always trying to figure out how can I help you guys, because like this part right here, as you can see, and once you're gonna get like really used to doing this, like practice it, you're gonna realize the technical part has so little to do. And it's like the next time that we're gonna do this, like I would love for all of you guys to be like, hey, here's my numbers. Can you take a look at why my ad copy might not, you know, because use me, like I'm a copywriter. Like I don't like advertise myself as that, but that was like my first job in television, right? And so copywriting is my jam. So definitely leverage me in order to. Now, for those of you guys who understand, like you're placing your ads, maybe you're about to launch a challenge, I do have 2 seats open right now in my premium program. So if you want one of those 2 seats where you and I every single week, Dina knows, Dina and I jam, Heather and I jam. If you want a little extra help getting your ad copy to convert, you need a little extra help optimizing your ads, throw me a direct message, send me, and I will be more than happy to send you and get you a seat in premium. Now, there's 2 things that you absolutely have to have in place. All are your pixels, and you have to at least have placed 1 ad before. Okay, those are the only 2 things that I ask. If you have everything like your pixels in place, and you've at least ran your ad at least 1 time or ran an ad, you're perfect candidate. So just send me a direct message and I will hook you guys up with a link and we can get you rocking and rolling. Because as Dina is still new in premium, but I love jamming with my students on ad copy because it really is like getting out those ad angles. That's really like 80% of the battle right there. Is like if you can find, like in Keisha's case, like if she can find that 1 ad angle that is going to get her, all she has to do is crank out different variations. Like there's this 1 ad that's converting for me for my $7 program. I maybe you guys have seen it. It says this ad is only costing me $2 a day, and on average, right? I'm seeing a lot of. Did you guys see that I rolled out different variations on that same ad using different images, different videos? That's what I talk about. Finding 1 ad angle that works really well, and then cranking out different variations on that. And that's how we're able to scale. Because there's going to be some people in your audience that's going to resonate with 1 ad angle, and there's going to be another parts of your ad audience that's going to resonate with another. So I got to get ready because I have some premium calls here coming up in a minute. But like I said, if you guys want to be a part of my premium program and you're not tired of seeing me yet, definitely join. It's a lot of fun. I love jamming with my premium students. It's a very small program. We only have 50 right now. We have 48 in it. So our calls are super small. So you get a lot of time with me working on your ads. So if you guys are interested in one of those 2 seats, let me know. If not, keep pressing on the 10 on T's. Now you could utilize the 10 on T's to tell me, hey, here's what my ad's doing. Help me with this. So I'll see you guys on the next call. Bye guys.